Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Dakota, the place where we pull back the curtain on the complex world of corporate filings to reveal the juicy secrets hidden within. Alright, buckle up because we're diving into a report from Ring Energy Incorporated, and let's just say they've got some interesting news to share that might just make you raise an eyebrow or two before we jump in. Make sure you are subscribed for more straight-talking financial insights. And hey, if you want to connect with fellow analysts and get your burning questions answered, jump over to our Discord server, linked in the description below. So what is the big deal this time? Well, folks, Ring Energy Incorporated, or REI as you'll see it on Wall Street, just dropped a little something about their third quarter results for the period ending the 30th of September 2025. And it looks like they're also giving us a peek at their future plans with some investor presentation materials. Let's start with what everyone really cares about, the money right now. Their common stock traded on Nice American under the symbol. REI is what is on the table, and the company is incorporated in Nevada. Now, they've put out a press release detailing their financial and operating results for the third quarter of 2025. And this is important, folks, because these are the official numbers they are putting out to the world. So what do these numbers say for investors? For anyone watching Ring Energy, this is your first clue into how the third quarter panned out. We're not going to get bogged down in the nitty-gritty of every single line item here, because honestly that is not what is going to help us understand the story, but we will pull out a few key things. But wait, there is more on top of the financial results. They've also posted some presentation materials that management plans to use with investors and other stakeholders. This is often where companies try to put a positive spin on things or highlight their key strategies and future outlook. So we'll be looking for what they are emphasizing to the market now. While the report itself is pretty standard in its format, it tells a story. This filing is essentially Ring Energy saying, hey, here is how we did financially, and here is what we're telling investors about our future direction. It is their way of communicating with the market after a specific reporting period. Let's talk about the actual numbers we need to dig into what this press release and these presentation materials are hinting at without getting lost in the weeds. Think of it like this: when a company releases its earnings, they're showing you their report card for the last few months. We're looking for the A's, the B's, and yes, sometimes the C's and D's. This type of filing is crucial because it is not just about past performance. It is also about future expectations. The presentation materials, in particular, can give us a glimpse into management's confidence and their strategic priorities. Are they talking about growth? Are they talking about cost cutting? Are they facing new challenges that they're preparing? As for now, one of the most important things to look for in these filings is how the company's financial health is changing from one period to the next. Are revenues going up or down? Are profits growing or shrinking? Are they taking on more debt or paying it down? These are the indicators that tell us whether the company is moving in the right direction or not. For Ring Energy, we want to see if their core business is performing well. Are they producing more oil and gas? Are their costs under control? Are they expanding their reserves in a profitable way? Let's imagine for a moment that this press release highlighted a significant increase in production. For example, if it said production was up by 15% compared to the same quarter last year, that is a strong signal that their exploration and development efforts are paying off. Or if it showed a decrease in operating costs, maybe due to efficiency improvements, that would be another positive sign. On the flip side, if the report indicated a drop in revenue or an increase in debt without a clear explanation of why, that would be a red flag. It is our job here at Corporate Dakota to point out these potential issues and help you understand what they truly mean. Now let's look at the broader picture. Ring Energy operates in a very dynamic industry. The energy sector is influenced by global demand, commodity prices, and regulatory changes. This means that even if the numbers look good today, external factors can quickly change the landscape. The presentation materials will often try to address these external factors and how the company plans to navigate them. They might talk about their hedging strategies to lock in prices, or their plans to diversify their revenue streams, or perhaps their focus on environmental, social, and governance issues, which are increasingly important to investors. So our goal is to decipher what Ring Energy is telling us through these official channels, and to see if their story aligns with the numbers they are presenting. It is about looking past the corporate jargon and finding the real story behind the financial performance. Let's consider what might be in those presentation materials. They could be highlighting new acquisitions, successful drilling operations, or improvements in their operational efficiency. Sometimes companies will present projections about future performance. But it is always important to remember these are just projections and not guarantees. What we are looking for is a consistent narrative between the financial results and the strategic outlook. If the financials show strong growth and the presentation talks about aggressive expansion plans, that is a cohesive story. But if the financials are weak and the presentation is full of boasts about future success, that might be a sign of a disconnect. This is where our Warren Buffett style analysis comes in. We want to understand the intrinsic value of the company and not just react to short-term flu. Situations, we look for companies with solid fundamentals, strong management, and a clear competitive advantage. So in this case, with Ring Energy Incorporated, we'll be looking at their ability to generate cash flow, manage their expenses, and grow their business in a sustainable way. We want to know if they are a wise investment or if there are better opportunities out there. Now let's consider the potential risks mentioned in these kinds of reports. While this filing doesn't explicitly detail a risk section like a 10K, the context of Item 2.02 results of operations and financial condition and Item 7.01 regulation FD disclosure suggests we should be aware of any significant changes or announcements that could impact the company's future. Are there any potential headwinds for Ring Energy? Perhaps F. Fluctuating oil prices, increased competition, or regulatory changes that could affect their operations. These are the kinds of things that an investor needs to be aware of. And what we try to uncover, ultimately, our analysis boils down to this. Is Ring Energy a well-managed company with a bright future? Are they making smart decisions with their resources? And are they effectively communicating their progress to the market? Looking at these filings, we want to form an opinion about the company's direction. Are they showing strength in key areas, or are there weaknesses that need addressing? Are there any significant opportunities on the horizon for them, or any notable risks that could derail their progress without having the actual financial tables of the press release or the presentation materials? Here we have to infer based on the structure of the filing. This is a report of operation and financial condition and a regulation FD disclosure. So we anticipate that the press release would contain key financial metrics and the presentation would elaborate on the strategy and outlook. Our conclusion for now, based on this report structure, is that Ring Energy is communicating recent performance and future investor engagement plans to the market. We need to see the details within those exhibits to give a definitive assessment, but the act of releasing these publicly signals an important period for the company. Alright, that is our initial decode of this Ring Energy Incorporated filing based on what we can see in its structure. What is your take on how companies like this communicate their financial health? Do you find these reports helpful or overly complicated? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this breakdown valuable, hitting that like button really helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into corporate filings. And for those of you looking to connect and learn more, check out the Discord link in the description. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next decode.